Welcome to the MaryLee Herrmann Show. It does feel really good to have finally made a choice and know that acting is what I am bringing to the foreground in my pursuits. That's the dream I'm doing on the front burner. And so now, though it's not as always clear cut, it's as we've seen before, things can seep in and make me kind of question, but for the most part, I'm able to embrace when it comes to making a decision or choice, what does this do for my acting career specifically? And that's from the personal to the professional. And as awesome as it feels to me, it may sound silly to some, but I had a thing that I bought a number of years ago. It's a large dry erase board calendar, and I left it in LA. It's in my storage unit out there, and it's such a fantastic tool for me because it's this great visual that I'm constantly seeing. And I put on there, it's like, okay, schedule what times, everything, and I can schedule. It's like, okay, here's the days and hours I write. I'm writing my one-woman show, right? That's actually the top priority project at the moment, which is exciting. And the thing that's cool about that is it sort of involves writing and directing and acting, though I'll bring in a director, but, still just kind of thinking and learning this whole new medium. But back to the calendar, every single day, I see it. It's right above my desk. And I'm constantly reminded of the things that that matter the most because they're right there written in front of me. Well, excuse me, another tool that so many people have said helps them in a similar way as far as doing their dream is vision boards. And so I have, I bought this, it's foam core that I got at the dollar store, $1 for this very large piece of foam core, but I won't show the other side yet. And I got it like last summer. And it's one of those fantastic things for helping manifest what I want in my life. And by seeing it, really just saying, this is what I want, then it helps. It continues to help me focus. And, I've heard so much about vision boards over the years. I'd never had one before. And one of the main things that stopped me was because I don't get magazines very often anymore. Well, I found on YouTube somebody who said, oh, I don't bother with magazines either. I don't get print magazines. And so she just goes on and finds images online. And I was like, oh, that's so brilliant. And then prints them up. And you can, choose whatever quality paper, send it, if you want to send it to FedEx's, or Kinko's, FedEx, what I'll probably do. And I say probably do because my vision board is empty. I've had this since last summer. And I'm like, why have I not done this? I mean, I've had more time than ever in my life. And I had this great idea to print things up and, find things on Google and then print them up and stick them on there. I even have the little glue sticks. Empty. Well, a couple things at play there, I think. One is that I'm not always positive what I want. We've seen that. I'm not saying anything new. Well, maybe I don't have to decide about what I want for the rest of my life. Maybe I can just decide, right now, what is coming forward for me? What am I thinking I would like? What things matter to me? And so taking a little bit of that pressure off of thinking like, oh, I have to know exactly what I want and this is exactly where I want to live, or this is the exact kind of bathroom I want. What kind of faucets would I like in that sink? And to be honest, most of my vision board would more likely be professionally oriented, my career. The other thing I really thought, though, is that, I mean, this has been years that I've thought about vision boards. Why have I never done one before? You know, it's like, vision boards, do they work? Well, what if they do work? Then what? Wow, what if I create a vision board and those things come to fruition? I would be happy. And then what? And it's just interesting because I was thinking about that. A friend of mine texted recently, and I was saying about, hey, if you any show ideas. And that was one that she sent me, was that sometimes, do you ever find yourself doing things or not doing things, not creating a vision board, because it might make you happy, and you're so worried that something will take away that happiness, or that it won't last, that there's something not real in it, and not, that it's just like a surface thing that'll just dissipate, fog, and it'll go away. The happiness will just be like a little mist that comes in, and then, oh, that was so cute, you did the vision board, but all right, you had this for a moment, but now we're taking it away. And I realized I do that at times. I will make choices sometimes and think like, oh, or I'll just hold myself back. It's not even insecurity. It's not even always that I'm afraid of failing. I'm sometimes afraid of succeeding. Yeah, well, that's certainly not going to help me with an acting career. Yeah. So, deadline. Only because I know I have other projects coming up that in the immediate future, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And I will have completed my vision board. Because you know what? I'm not afraid to be happy. I'm ready for it. Well, if you have any friends that you think that might feel the same way, it's like we sometimes don't do things because we're afraid of happiness. Hit the share. Send it on to them. Thanks so much. Have a great day.